minutes just to let you know. Okay? Please identify yourself for the record.
Yes, I'm Lori Evans with Indivisible, Little Rock and Central Arkansas. Mr. Chair, representatives, thank you for this opportunity to address the committee today. Indivisible, just if you're not familiar with us, we are a grassroots activist group that registers and educates voters. We also advocate for more just and inclusive public policies. With our sister chapters in Northern Arkansas, Indivisible has some 2,000 members statewide. We do support HB 1563. We've heard how in 2017, the state legislature enacted half of the Model Residential Landlord-Tenant Act, giving rights only to landlords and giving responsibilities only to tenants. We've heard about tenants who will abuse additional leverage. Of course, while the vast majority of landlords responsibly provide beneficial, livable properties, whatever small percentage of bad apple tenants there are, there's about the same small percentage of bad apple landlords, people being people. And while any of the potential costs to landlords of such balancing legislation is easily quantifiable, as we've heard, it's really hard to quantify the costs of not passing this bill. Fortunately, that's what these discussions aim to better understand. Some of you are landlords and realtors, and with today's amendments, your business perspective has been brought to bear to shape this legislation. Now, if I could just ask you for just a moment to take off those business hats, let's put on your legislator hat, and the one where you represent not just landlord interests, and maybe not just all of your constituents, but also the state of Arkansas's greater economic and growth interests. We agreed that families need safe, stable, healthy places to live. Tenants pay for their safe housing, but who pays for unsafe housing? In Arkansas, it's not just tenants and landlords who pay for unsafe housing. Children pay for unsafe housing, employers pay, taxpayers pay, you pay. Let's look at just one of the things we all pay for when children live in unsafe housing: increased healthcare costs due to asthma. A 2017 UAMS service learning project surveyed Little Rock renters who were receiving health care related to poor housing problems such as rodent infestations, leaking ceilings, septic issues, rotting floors, and mold. Participants reported more breathing and respiratory problems and increased allergies, not surprising. About 40% of asthma episodes are triggered by the household presence of contaminants such as from mold and rodents. Asthma attacks triggered by poor housing quality make children more likely to miss school or struggle during the school day. And there's a significant correlation between general housing quality and the probability of graduating from high school. So in short, living in unsafe housing can put children on the wrong track and help keep them there. A study in the American Journal of Respiratory and Critical Care estimated that the average 20-year per capita cost due to uncontrolled asthma for Arkansans was $2,209, a continuous drain on our state's economy due in part to unsafe housing. Our schools need alert students, our communities and local economies need qualified, healthy workers. We all gain when we reduce the indirect costs of unsafe housing and improve children's health, growth, and well-being. Everyone in this room wishes there were no bad apple tenants and no bad apple landlords, but there are both. I suggest a cost-benefit analysis of this bill that weighs the potential added costs to landlords against the overall public health benefits of ensuring minimum safety standards for children and families in rental properties. Respectfully, we ask you to vote yes on HB 1563. Thank you.